Imagine there was one muscle from your pinky all the way down your forearm, all the way down your tricep, all the way down your lat, your oblique, to your pocket. And he goes, you're stretching it to the top and ripping it all through on the way down. And watch the middle of my stance here. You pull with that left hand. Look at the grip is taken. It's over there. Like, even though I'm rotating and getting the club in front of me, my hands are still not getting outside. I take this lifeline, I cover it. If we're going to feel anything to get the club more in front of you right now, I can give you a couple specifics there. To me, it's either the feeling of the hip and the grip. You feeling the hip and the hands are moving more through together.
Because right now, all I kind of feel is lower
Go to
body.
the top of your swing real quick. It depends on if you want to feel, do you want to feel the back of this pulling, or do you want to feel the right elbow get in front of your body?
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
it's one
Like,
or the other.
it's one of those. And here's the thing.
You feel left.
You know what's funny? When I was younger, I used to feel right all the time.
Yeah.
Now I just feel like the left side of my body just tears the golf club through impact. Yeah. You know why I like that? This is all connected. You know, Todd always told me that imagine there was one muscle from your pinky all the way down your forearm, all the way down your tricep, all the way down your lat, your oblique, to your pocket. And he goes, you're stretching it to the top and ripping it all through on the way down. And that to me really helped. Why don't you try that?
Okay. Left pinky to what? To left hip?
Yep.
All that,
Yep, you got it.
all that just pulls.
Ooh, that? Yeah. You know, it's funny, that brought down the ball flight too, by the way.
Would you still be a fan of me doing a lot of like left-handed swings?
Absolutely.
Kind of to warm up?
Absolutely.
Just like,
you can't do enough of those,
yeah,
honestly.
that's
Those
true.
are great swings. And, you know, that was my first lesson ever with Larry David. You know, Larry, you're just so right arm dominant. You know, the right arm's the disconnector, and then it's the flipper. The minute you use the left, or the lead arm, I should say, for the lefties out there, you turn to move everything to the top. You then pull the handle through as you rotate, and look at this, you're gonna arrive with this. I watch people do this with their right hand. It's like they disconnect from their body, they don't turn, and they come through like this. And that's where, you know, poor contact,
Well, you kind of have
loss
no
of club
choice from there,
face.
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just gonna,
You know, but what I love doing is, you know, think about this. If you're hitting heavy shots, you know, one of the best things to do, watch the middle of my stance here. You pull with that left hand. Look at the grip is taken. It's over there. You know, that's a great feeling for connection in the swing.
complete backswing, then that whole, I like that left muscle feel, like left pinky to left hip. See, like Adam, I feel now, when I feel hands start, it just wants to work, kind of like it used to. And I know I don't want to feel it move out. Kind of, what would you say is, you understand what I'm saying? Like when I feel your hand go.
Yeah, you know, I've always been a bit, I mean, for me, when I set up, one thing I always do is I pay attention to where my hands are. And, you know, they're right on my toe line when I look down. You know, I want my hands to always return right back to where they started. You know what I mean? So, you know, there's things you can do like this. Like if you set up and have the alignment rod here, from my perspective, when I look down, my hands are hanging between my feet and that alignment rod. So I can feel like even though I'm rotating and getting the club in front of me, my hands are still not getting outside that alignment rod. Does that make sense?
Okay.
I mean, just more about them returning back to where they started, bud. But here's the good news for you. You have this left hip getting out of the way.
Yeah.
They won't go out.
Yeah.
It's this right here
Of course, that
that
throws
will
everything
force them
out.
out. Yeah. If you ever want to hit it lower, the 1, 1, and 1, if you grip down an inch, you get closer an inch, and you narrow your stance an inch, those are 3 things that will all help the ball flight come down.
Yeah, get you more.
Okay, and like I said, you hold the end of the club, you back away with lower hands and a wider stance, that ball is going to get elevated, okay? So the reason I don't like changing ball position much with knockdown shots, like if I'm hitting a knockdown, okay, here's my normal 7 right here, normal. If I'm hitting a knockdown, I'm going to grip down, I'm going to get a little narrower, I'm going to get a little closer. When you move the ball back, you're changing the path.
Yeah, because I'm hitting more into out.
And more into out, right?
There's the right miss.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And a lot of people block those knockdowns.
Of course.
Because think about it, you're already trying to cover it and smother it. Then the ball's back there. So, you know, I hate the feeling of feeling like I have to hit a hook from the back of my stance just to hold it straight.
Yeah,
and I find that I have to do that. If I have that ball up and I do the 1, 1, and 1, I can make my swing.
Yeah.
And just making a normal swing from there flights it down.
Okay.
Go where normal is, okay?
Well, normal's probably here, but if I'm on the course with like some shot insecurity, you know, if
Yeah, I got you. And guys, I'm gonna paint the picture for you. Kev, let's pan out there. We're on the top of the beautiful Fairmont Grand Del Mar driving range here, and they have the member guests going on down below, which is awesome. It's got a lot of action down there today. But this is really cool. When you're elevated like this and into the wind is literally riding up this hill and pushing the ball straight up in the air.
we can see everything.
Yeah, this is exposing ball
You couldn't
flight.
be in a better spot.
Yeah, this is perfect place to work on your game up here. So let's do that though. Let's go normal. Completely normal setup.
Yeah,
Now,
here's
here, ready?
normal.
Grip down an inch now. Get closer an inch, and narrow that stance. Okay, cool. Let's hit a shot from there.
An inch with both feet in?
Absolutely. Yep. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, my whole point is that was a beautiful golf swing.
Yeah, it's
dude.
right at it.
That was a really good swing.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Yeah, see you later. Dude, your swing got to a better spot when you were here with Gaspar last time.
Yeah.
Like it was a little too short,
A
and
little
there was
better.
not enough leverage. You improved that, by the
So
way.
a lot of the stuff that helped me is, you know, he told me to do a lot of like mirror work. And I just got in my room, got in front of the mirror, and I just like hit this position, and I checked, so right in front of me, and just maximize rotation.
Absolutely. He knows how big I am on mirror work, and you know, you take a lesson, whether it's watching this, you know, our Poor Zach Golf's YouTube channel, or having your own lesson at home with your pro from the club, and you go home, bring the 7-iron inside, and get in front of that mirror
oh
and
my God.
show yourself what you're supposed to be doing. You know, I think too many people are over the golf ball with thoughts, and thoughts, even if they're the right thoughts, they can be speed bumps to
Yeah.
success. So.
For me, like 10 minutes in the mirror is equivalent to an hour on the range in terms of like swing changes.
Yep.
And it's just a shortcut.
There are some players who have an extraordinarily strong lead hand. That player would typically do better with having a slightly cup wrist because that club's going to be more square.
Yeah.
Why would I be okay with a player having a stronger lead hand? Well, you know, some people do have their arms naturally hanging in this position. The majority of the world is like you.
Yeah.
Where it's like
Kinda faces the thigh.
yeah, at that 45 degree right here, and then that's how you grip the club. Well, if you look at the golf club, you hold. And I got the Momentus right here. Check this out. It's just the way it hangs, and it goes on a neutral. And this is a neutral grip. A neutral grip would be one that when I'm looking down, I see two knuckles. You know, when I take the lifeline of my right hand, my trail hand, I'm covering the thumb. Okay, and the thumb, I think it's important to talk about. You know, you have two knuckles visible. My thumb is not at 12 o'clock on top of the club. It's at 1 o'clock just off the side of it. I take this lifeline, I cover it. I cover the thumb with a lifeline. And then when I create this V between the index finger and thumb, my dad was always big on that. He wanted it to always be up the inside of my arm, more towards my right pec. So really important. That's a neutral grip. Now, if we do have a neutral grip, that's where we're going to see a lot more of the flat lead wrist being necessary to keep the golf club square throughout the swing. That's where if the wrist with a neutral grip was this way, well, hey, that'd be open. If we were like that, that'd be just a little too shut. So at Poor Zach Golf, we take a lot of pride in having developed some of the best and most consistent golf swings on the planet. We do this through simplicity. Our Full Swing Masterclass will take you on a step-by-step, easy-to-understand process on how to get your golf swing better than ever. Join the many before you who've utilized our Full Swing Masterclass to take their games to the next level and beyond.